Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I bring to your attention fragrances that are usually very good value for money. They smell good. Not many people talk about them. They go on the radar. Usually they are hidden gems. And I think you should do your research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So today I have, in this video, I have an update for Amber is Great by Zimaya. This is another Middle Eastern brand. I have 3 of their fragrances in my collection. The first one I bought, it was called Musk is Great. And that was so good that I was so impressed that I bought another 2 from them to see how they go. And I'm very happy to report this is very good too. Didn't disappoint whatsoever, especially for the price, under £20 for such a presentation, beautiful bottle box, and the juice itself is amazing. It's very high quality. How do they do it? I don't know, but I'm happy that we can get something like this for under £20. Smells like £150 plus. Yes, this is so good. So first thing first, the performance is very good. It's not beast mode, but it's very good. On my skin it went around 8 to 10 hours, on the material up to 12 hours. So it is a very good performer, but it's not a beast mode. In terms of projection, similar story. It's not a huge projector because it's Extrait the Parfum, so it's a little bit thicker, thin, and it stays on the skin a little bit closer to the skin. And that's why the projection, an arm length for maybe an hour to 2 hours, and after that slowly subside. But you always feel it, you always smell it around you, small bubble around you. It doesn't project hugely. It's a moderate to good projector. The only thing is sillage is excellent because it's thick. When you move around you will leave a thick trail, and also the cloud is quite thick as well. So overall, moderate to good projection, and also the longevity is very good. Although it's not a beast mode, 8 to 10 hours is very good for such a price under £15. And let's go to the who is it for. This is definitely unisex. No, men and women can wear it. In terms of smell itself is universal, but because it is one of those fragrances, it opens up very bright, very fruity, very happy, but slowly gets darker and darker. But it won't go hugely dark. It won't it's not a 180 degrees change. No, it goes a little bit darker. So for that I would say to be on the safe side, 25 and up, because it's quite a complex fragrance. It's very layered, it's very multifaceted, and also it's oriental. And that's, I think, for under £25 it could be a challenge. Although if you like this kind of fragrances, then age doesn't mean anything. Occasion, definitely for, you know, evening and formal occasion, but this is one of the, again, it got a character that you can use it anytime, anywhere. So it's very versatile. In terms of season, this is better for cooler weather, but again, because of that beautiful fruity opening, you can use it all year round. The only thing is you have to control the trigger, in winter more, in summer less, but it's one of those fragrances that it could be used all year round. In terms of price, under £20, this is a bargain of century. Absolutely, yes, highly recommend it, but you need to like this kind of fragrances. And this is an amber fragrance. As you said, amber is great. Somebody asked me what is it remind you of. Why always has to remind me of something? On its own is beautiful, on its own is good, but if you push me and say what is it remind you of, yeah, it reminds me to some extent, not a copy, not a clone of it, but to some extent of let me not butcher it one sec. Let me just go, French names are difficult. So Rain, Intense, Incense, Etet, Libre d'Orange. So this bad boy, which is an amazing scent on its own, the Rain, Intense, Incense, Etet, Libre d'Orange, 100 ml of it is £150 because it's niche, and this is very close to it. So I would say about 80 to 90% close to it. The only thing is with there is a tiny difference. That's it. Tiny difference is the incense. In the bread orange, the incense is more pronounced and utilized. Here there is some element of it, but very small. It's not as big, but the rest of it is very close to each other, because that one is an amber fragrance anyway. So if you want to know what direction it goes, that's the direction. But on its own is amazing. That one, Etel Orange, is about £150. This is £15 or under £20. You do the math. And so the smell opens up very fruity, and the fruits are quite on the dry fruits. You get many citruses in here. There's lemon, there's bergamot, there's orange, and also there are other elements like I smell mango, I smell coconut. So it's very fruity in the beginning. It opens up very happy, very fruity, quite ambery, but amber is a little bit on the happy side and the sweet side, so it's not a deep amber. So by the way, there are many amber out there. If you want to know about these things, the reason is because amber is not a note. Amber is not an oil, okay? It's a combination of notes and oil and a chord. They call it amber accord because they put so many things together to imitate amber smell, because on its own amber doesn't exist. So for that you get many varieties of amber. Some are dark, some are incensey, some are smoky, some are leathery, some are fruity, some are even fresh. So this one in here, you're getting an amber accord which is fruity sweet. Okay, so this is the main character of the amber in here. It's quite deep. It's not super deep, but it's quite deep, and it's quite thick, but it's not a deep thick dark smoky one. Okay, overall you get tiny bit of smoke, yes, but it's not overall smoky fragrance. And also there's a hint of spice like saffron in here, yes. There's a leather aspect, yes. There's a little bit of watery aspect to it. I don't know where that come from, but I feel some watery aspect which is making it very interesting. So it's very multifaceted. So it opens up very fruity, and the fruits are, as I said, bright and happy, and it's very inviting, and it's almost like a fresh fragrance. But slowly it gets darker and darker. It won't go hugely dark like incense rain intense incense by Extrait d'Orange. My god, French names are huge. So it won't go as dark as that one, because that one gets very dark. Okay, this one it won't go as dark as that one, but the bulk part of that one is in here, which is that leather. The leather again is here, is not a huge player. Is like a suede, like a soft leather. It's not a big player. The main players here are the fruits, and after fruits is the musk, and after musk is the leather, and after leather you get the spices, and then you get the woods. The woods are here are just the backbone, just to help everything else, to lift everything else up. There's definitely a cedar aspect in here, but it's not mentioned in the I mean, by the way, I couldn't find note breakdown of this anywhere. There's one or two places, but they are confusing. One say something, one say another. I'm just going with my nose, with my experience. So this is what I'm telling you, because this is what I get, I smell on my skin with my experience. Okay, so overall highly recommend it. It's gorgeous, beautiful, no brain. No, to me this under £15 you can't get quality like this, smell like this, perfumery like this. It's such a good quality for this price. No way you get it with big names. If this was a big name like that Tête L'Orange, which is £150, it would have been that kind of prices, especially for this kind of presentation. But I'm happy I'm getting it under £20, and I think you would be happy if you like this kind of fragrances. So do I recommend it? Yes, definitely, 100% recommendation. Is it for everybody? Maybe not, because again this is first and foremost is an amber fragrance, and amber fragrances I won't say they are not universal, but they are not for everybody. Okay, it's not like easy going. It's not like a fresh fragrance. Okay, this is, nobody will distrust this one. This is probably majority of people will like it, but there are some people who smell this, they might not like it. As also, there is a little bit of camphorous and balsamic feel to it as well. When you go to the dry down, from especially from mid to the end, you get that small amount of balsamicness, and also a small amount of camphorous, and also a little bit of green aspect, like a leafy aspect will come up from the mid to the end. The first half is very bright, it's very happy, it's very fruity, it's very almost fresh, but it's not fresh, but almost fresh. But the next half it will get darker, and it gets, these elements will come up, like leather, like spices, like camphorous feel, like the balsamic feel, and those things slowly making it darker and darker. So it gets a little bit darker at the end, but again, this is not as dark as the tête or tête libre d'orange rain intense incense. Goodness me, what a name. So this one is, yes, very close to that one, but it's not a copy of it, it's not 100%. But when I smelled it, I think, oh, it reminded me of something, and I just thinking about it, and I remembered, because that one I remember it very vaguely, I mean very vividly, because many times there's what's it called, boutique in my way to work, and I smelled it there many times. So I remember it very vividly. So when I smelled this in the beginning, I wasn't sure, but slowly I remember and said, yes, this is definitely very close to that one. Okay guys, thank you very much for joining me. As always, if you like what I do, hit those buttons. If you like to purchase one of my own fragrances, they are out of this world, they are very unique, they are super beast mode, they are very artistic, and you need to live in a kingdom to purchase them. Thank you very much, and I see you later. Bye.